Hey everyone, I know this isn't the mine you're used to seeing, but this is what you're going to get today. Just me, just Andrew. Alex is temporarily unavailable. He'll be back soon, no worries. Today I'm going to be talking about provocative statements in social media. Now what I mean when I say this is when somebody posts a controversial statement and includes their own beliefs or opinions. The reason I call this provocative is because it can evoke a response from other people that disagree. The reason people do this is to tell others about issues, to convey their own beliefs or opinions on certain issues, and to address problems we have as a society. Now, what's wrong with what I just said, as a society? That's what I'm going to be focusing on today. When people make vague general statements like, this group of people says that this is wrong, or this group of people does this certain thing, they generalize. They say they say everyone, or they say this is the worst one. Culture or society. What's wrong with this? As I just said, traditionally there is an opponent when you're posting a statement like this. There's the universal hypothetical they, the enemy. We know who they are, it's them. But there's no specific example given of an enemy or an opponent in this situation. No. The reason using they is wrong is just because it's a very vague general statement. Who is they? The government? The skeptics? The pharmacists? Just those are some hypothetical theys that you could be talking about. But the issue is we don't know which they you mean. It's just them. It makes it sound like it's the Illuminati, some sort of conspiracies against you or something like that. That's what's wrong with they. Now to say everyone is wrong because it's literally putting every single other person against you. Because by saying everyone, you're including every single person in one group. You're not just generalizing. There's not a term for the level of generalizing you're doing there. You're just saying everybody does this. And to say that is incorrect because I don't think there is anything, any issue, any thought that all of humanity can agree on. Probably not even that one. Like that can be controversial too, I don't know. But if I was to say they would disagree with me, see that's vague. And if I say everyone disagrees with me, that's also not true because I'm sure there's someone out there that does agree with me. Often when people say everyone, they mean everyone except people that also hold their beliefs. And by saying everyone, you're also including people that are on your side. You're saying everyone disagrees with me on this issue. You're also saying people that support that issue are disagreeing with you. So that can be misconstrued quite a bit. Now the third one I'm talking about is culture and society. Now these terms are overused because when people talk about a satire or a critique, they say it's on society or culture. Now society and culture are very general, vague terms. You yourself are part of culture. Everyone is part of some aspect of their culture, some aspect of their society. Society is a term we like to use when we're talking about a group of people living in a certain area as a collective. When you're talking about a culture of a certain idea, you say like X culture disagrees with Y culture over here, and by doing that you're grouping people into ideologies they do not necessarily agree with. Now I know I've talked a lot about why it's wrong to do those things, but here's how you can make it right. Instead of saying they, assuming there is some sort of actual opponent, give them a name. Say like, politicians disagree, food critics think that, or skeptics believe that. Don't say them, because putting a label on your opponents makes your argument more specific and more valid. If you're arguing against someone and you can look at the other side and put a face to it, it shows the validity of your argument. For the rest of the general terms, everyone, culture, society, don't do that. Overgeneralizing is not cool. Grouping everyone into a monolith of belief is not a good way to argue something, because the more people you put against you, the more people won't agree with you. Well, that's pretty much all for my video today. I don't know what I'm going to call this, because it's not really the mine, because Alex isn't really here and I'm not in the studio, so we'll see how this turns out.